Get ready with me while I tell you about our vendor packages for 2025. We created these vendor packages because we had a lot of vendors who were asking us to create content for them specifically at the events that they were attending or creating for. And so, I had created a couple of different packages, one specifically for couples or events, and then also created packages for small businesses that needed more of like marketing material. But I didn't feel like the price point made a bunch of sense for people who were going to different events and setting up. I have a lot of friends in the balloon industry and room decor, and also planners who have like basically repeat types of events that are happening on a monthly basis, and sometimes one-off events that they would really like to get some solid content for um, while they are working and not having to rely on a tripod, or hope and pray that, the client gets them content back, because that's not always the case that, the client is able to remember. Sometimes, working with photographers and videographers, they won't get the content back for months. And all of those things are like fine and dandy. Like, timelines are timelines when it comes to professional media. But sometimes, as vendors, you either want the content to be able to share more immediately, or, just to be able to catalog it so that you have it for future reference. And so, anyways, we have been creating content for small businesses like this for 5 years now. We've been on site in multiple locations all across the Las Vegas Valley. And now, as of this year, we're insured. We're working on our jurisdiction license to be able to operate in the Las Vegas Valley. And obviously, like, we still have our LLC. So now we have all of these other great protocols in place so that we're able to be on certificates of insurance and things like that if needed. I do know that places that are like on the strip or like station casinos do require proof of those things so that you can have other people working there. So now we have that all in place, and I just wanted to open up the service, like I said, to the vendors who are more of like a one-off event type of business, so that they're able to continue to promote their businesses in a quicker turnaround time. So that it goes alongside with the professional video and the professional photo, and they're able to promote and keep up with the promotion of their businesses. So that's, honestly the reasons why. When we're there at weddings, we'll usually make sure that we get detail shots, because couples do really invest in their wedding days, and share that with the businesses that we're on site with. However, they're not our main priority because we're obviously there for the couple. So if there are one-off events where, someone would want us to focus and highlight their business, we are going to be offering that now. And so what that looks like is, we would be there for every package is up to 2 hours, just to give us time to get there, get in there, and maybe get the setup, maybe get people moving around, whatever the small business needs. And you'll get the content within 24 hours, all of the unedited clips, and then also each booking has one edited video. That's another thing with our other package. I wasn't able to really pare down the edited videos because small businesses need consistent content to keep being able to pump it out, whereas event businesses probably need one solid recap video of that particular event, and then with all the unedited clips, they can do whatever the heck they want with it. They can make more reels, make more TikToks. There's, meme things they can do with it. Like it's pretty like open-ended, free range, what they're able to do with the content. But the great thing about it is that it's, obviously we're specialized in what we do. I'm not saying that you can't set up a tripod or have an assistant or your kid who's coming with you to capture content. But if you're looking for really dynamic videos of your setup and well thought out recap videos. That's what we're here to do. That's what we specialize in. I actually just got an inquiry from someone who had said that she had hired someone to edit the content. So she created the content as the event business, and she sent over the clips to be edited into an edited video so that it could be posted as a reel. And she said whoever was editing her video was not mindful of the way that they were editing things. She said there would be a clip of me walking into the room with the equipment. The next clip was the room all finished. And then the clip after that was I didn't have the tablecloth on the table. Make it make sense, right? And I've never heard that before in my 5 years of social media managing and editing content. I've never heard of that before, but I realized wow, it actually is a specialized skill to know how to edit something well, especially for event businesses. That transformation, I feel is what really sells people, because I feel people have a challenge with really visualizing what their space could look like. So that's why your content coming back from these, different events that you're doing is so important, because you're aiming to help your potential clients see the vision of what, could possibly be their event space and what it looks like. So I just thought that was so interesting to get that kind of feedback, and I'm my clients would never ever ever have to worry about that. I have been editing videos for so long. Oh, and then someone else had asked me, they're like, well, how long does it take you to edit a video? This is a random story, but I also feel it is just kind of a testament to the kind of work that I've put into social media managing, editing, and things like that. I told her, I was really, I'm not able to answer that question in the way that would make the most sense, because I've literally churned out hundreds of, if not thousands of videos, and that's not an exaggeration, over the last 5+ years, on a daily, weekly basis. Every single week of my life, there has been videos that I've edited for myself or for clients, and they are constantly being uploaded and posted, and I have hours and hours and months and even now years worth of data of what works and what makes the most sense. And so when someone's well, how long does it take to edit? It all just depends. Because sometimes something comes to me so quickly, I can put it together in a ridiculous amount of time. I won't give you a time frame. And other times I do sit there stumped. Sometimes it takes days, and sometimes I even have to stop what I'm doing, come back, and not get frustrated with what I'm trying to edit when I finally have a breakthrough. But that's just the level of care and thought that goes into editing. And so that's why it's so impactful, to be on site with other vendors, because we're going to go into this, we being me and Steven, my husband, who also is a content creator. We're going into this full well knowing exactly how we need to highlight your business. Maybe, we need to do interviews. Maybe we need to mic you up while you're talking and putting together the event. Maybe we are going to be just following you around and catching you in the moment. All of those things, we will make sure that we know ahead of time. The clips that you're getting aren't just, throwaway clips that are just what is this? You'll look at it and be I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. You won't get content like that. There will be always a specific purpose to why those clips are being sent to you, and they're going to be ready to post. That's another thing, is that, the content that you're getting back from these times that will be together are completely ready to share into stories as soon as you get them. So if you're the kind of business who, is rocking and rolling, and how to share content as you're going along, you take people on the day of the life, you will get that content and it will be ready to be shared. So I think this is going to be a really dynamic service for people who are in the event industry who, need someone else to just be on site with them, who knows what they're doing and can execute this really well. Because that's what I have spent the last 5 years of my life really, really working on. So Now that I'm all ready, I'm actually going to be taking you guys to a day where we're actually going to be doing this. I am the official content creator for Little Flower Moments in the Hive. They're doing a joint anniversary of their businesses, so we're super excited to go and celebrate them. I gotta get changed, and we're gonna go do this. So I'll see you there.